Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man and the Ants. We are back in the Outer Wilds. Last time, hey buddy, where are you going? Last time we went to Giant's Deep, which is just there, look, handily. And we started to uncover the secrets of Giant's Deep. So we met the, I can't remember what our race is called, but we met our astronaut buddy. He was on one of the islands. We went to the island we originally landed on many videos ago, in the very first video where we promptly died. And we got a little bit further looking into that, looking at the ghost matter that was just inside that. And then promptly died again. So that was the end of that. So we are going to try to head back to Giant's Deep. Is that it there? I suppose I could just do that, couldn't I? If I'm there, oh no, Giant's Deep is like right behind me. There it is. So there is that third island that we need to try exploring a bit more, and I think at the end of the last video, because the ghost matter was there was a separate path which had a... can I put the lights on? I don't think so. Oh, it's gone. Which put the... which had a hole in the middle. That's what I'm trying to get to. It had a hole in the middle of the path. So I was wondering if maybe... How do you match velocity? Right button. If maybe you, ooh, coming in a little fast, You have to wait for one of the cyclone events on the planet, which either removes the gravity or... I'm now plummeting towards the planet, yes. I want to stay up if I can. Or it floods it, which would be means we'd be able to get through that, that tunnel. And bypass the ghost matter. Now the reason I've come back out of the planet is we're actually looking for... There is a moon, which we haven't seen yet, and there is like a Nomai creation orbiting the planet somewhere. Well, there's one of them, look, which we're going to try and land on either that or on the moon. That's the plan. Now that does seem to be going quite fast. We can target it separately though. Well, we did at one point. There we go. So if I now match the velocity of that. Is that a landing pad on top of it? It is. Okay. I don't know where we go. Or we're just going to fall straight through the middle of that, aren't we? That's where we're going to go. Fair enough. Beautiful. That was possibly my smoothest landing. Now I suspect we're going to need the spacesuit. You know, being in the middle of space. Oh. Oh. Trippy. Weird. And then we have one of these. Okay. Oh yeah, that rotates this thing we're in. And that takes us... Where are we now? Was this like part of the original design for the like the Looky McDoodle that they were building on the planet? Oh, hello. Hello, you symbols. We recognise you. You were around the around that dock area that we went to. We've been to a couple of times now. I'm assuming we can't go through this. We're just going to bump into it. Bump. Man, I love this game. It is so cool. So I guess we'll assume this is like a count-in format. And we'll go for this one first. And see what happens when we do this. Oh. Is this one of the rooms it took us into? I was sort of hoping... Oh! What? Oh, they changed... I was going to say, I was hoping they were a gravity pad. I wasn't expecting to be flipped onto the ceiling, though. That caught me off guard slightly. What is... Oh, that's a big one of those. Okay. And that seems to feed these three things, which are there's some form of like text. We've never actually managed to do anything with them apart, unless they're already hovering. I don't know if there's a way of doing anything. So I was going to say, yeah, I assume if I go on that, that will flip my orientation, which is what I sort of wanted to do. So here we have number 1. Here we have key 2. And we have a giant's deep projection stone. So what happens if we put that... It did come up with insert. There we go. If we put that there, what happens? Oh, where's my... that one? Nope. Yeah, that one. There we go. Wrong button. Oh my word. That was jump. I did not mean to jump. So one of these is obviously going to be broken, isn't it? One of the other tunnels we need to go into. I have bad news, Avans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. What's this, the orbital probe cannon? I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Adea? I like that name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like it. I wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on the indefinite hiatus. So what happens if we put this... Is this going to show us the construction site? That's what I'm sort of assuming is going to happen. Yes. Fascinating. And so yeah, we saw, that's number 1, so we saw number 1 before. And there was another thing over there, though I can't recall what it is now. Yeah, give me that key back. Let's just throw that over there. And this is number 2, which may or may not exist. Let's put it into this first. Ooh. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see, and am I right to think that consequently we will be ignoring that setting? Oh... I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. That's a terrible system. Given the orbital probe cannon, all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. And what is the eye of the universe? Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. So it's like our probe gun, but a slightly more advanced version. So we could go back into there, obviously, but before we do that, there's nothing else around here, is there? I don't think. We'll just check to the side of this table. No, 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 no. So we'll jump back onto the ceiling. Not something you get to say all that often. And then we'll do this. Oh. Well, that's the orbital probe cannon, right? That bit is. I don't know what that is, on the other hand. Okay, let's read these. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated. 7 minutes 50 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Well, I don't know what that is. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's a bigger version of this. So was that other thing the Ash Twin Project then? And are the Ash Twins... there is a planet of twins, aren't there? They're not called the Ash Twins to us, but I wonder if that's what they're referring to with the Ash Twins. So yes, obviously the orbital probe cannon, and I'm sure you saw that then, but it fired a probe off to find the eye of the universe and then promptly shattered into 3 separate pieces. Do we go top down? I don't know. Let's try. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. probe tracking module is receiving data from the probe, and the orbital probe cannon structure compromised during the launch and damage to multiple modules detected. No kidding. It's fairly substantial damage. It'd be hard to miss. So this is, yeah, so this is the rear end. So that's where we landed, just there. And we're in one of these. One of them is just drifting broken. So we're going to have to navigate our way to that one separately, perhaps, as we're not going to be able to get there in any nice fashion. I don't know what just happened. Damage report. Severe structural stress detecting. Assessing damage to the modules. Intact. No structural damage. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. And probe tracking module missing. So the probe tracking module is missing. So the probe has been sent out, but the tracking module itself is gone. So I'm guessing we have to try and find the tracking module. Now then, is it 2 or 3 that is missing? Well, here's 2 right ahead of us. It looks like it's 2 that's missing, doesn't it? Can we even get through there? It says to use the probe launcher. Ah, so there's a big hole in the window. I reckon we could use that hole, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. Should we do that first, or should we go and try and get into number 3 first? Should we do number 3 first? Because that seems like it's got... Oh, no, number 3's just missing. Okay, excellent. So, to our left, as it currently stands, I believe... number 2 is... So we don't want to go into our ship. No, 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 no. Okay, so we're going to have to... Oh, now I am all unaligned. We're going to have to just try and scoot forward a little bit, I think. That might do. It seemed like a very... Obviously had all the launch power going, so it seemed like a very drastic launch, but it was actually really, really not. Right, can we see from here? Not really. Well, it's either this one or that one that's broken, isn't it? Let's just drift through space, which is perfectly safe. Try and see if we can see the window to this area. Oh, this is the one which is just missing. So this is number 3. So we don't want that one. Well, we are going to have to try and find number 3 at some point and actually examine it. But first of all, let's try and find the entrance. What is that flashing light that's floating all over like that? Have to be careful we don't end up going... Oh no, that's the actual launch cannon itself, look. I see. This is number 2. Yeah, that's the actual cannon, look. I'm trying to slow myself down a little bit. We do have a velocity match option, actually. And there's the cannon. I don't know where number... Maybe pod 3 crashed... Was that a bramble? It's one of the bits been brambled. Well, there's my probe. Ah, but this has been damaged to the point where we can't actually use the machine. Ah, but it has got number 3. I don't know. I can't remember how you rotate. That'll do. That'll do. So this still works. so we have... I don't know what that stone is there. Is that just a light? They have the bramble in a pot. Why did they have the bramble in a pot? That's what happened to that other bit then. That's why it's all brambly, because they were growing it. The mad people. The fools! So we have number 1 here. I'm very sure that this is just going to show us the other pod. The first pod we were just in. Which it does. So now... That's the one where it shows us as a headless, disembodied, glowing being. Which is all to do with this pool. It's really fascinating stuff. Oh, what we haven't done, though, I don't know, is if we read number 1. Do we read number 1 back on Giant's Deep? On the construction yard? My better 50% is sending the last of the cannon components. Increases my heart's temperature. Yes, okay. We have definitely read that one. Let's be gone with you. Let's read number 3. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honoured and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Ha ha! Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need it to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Which we know happened. Oh, hang on. Probe tracking module. Okay. So where is the probe tracking module? Oh my god, where is the probe tracking module? Is it on Brambles Deep, or is it just that brambly mess that's harvesting Giants Deep? I love that. I don't know if this is what happens in the non-VR version of the game, whether you get to see yourself just doing this, a headless, disembodied, oily being, but I love it. And also there's a Nomai statue there as well, which looks like that's actually a functional one as well, so it could be quite interesting to get to that. So let's step out of there. And then, I guess... Yes, because it was attached, wasn't it? Of course, yes. Getting myself all confused. Then we will head out. I wouldn't mind being able to see where these other orbiting components are. They've got to be within the... There's the two, the twins look that we mentioned before. Where are you? So I'm just matching the velocity of the... Oh, the planet's moving. I thought I was plummeting into the planet. Ooh. I just brought the map out. Oh, and I've landed somehow. Okay, wonderful. Where? There I am. Can I zoom in any further? No, that's it. So all the other parts orbit the planet as well, look. But in like a different speed. They're on a slightly different trajectory. So although I saw them near this twice, that was sort of a fluke. So what we need to do is get back on board. Get in our ship, put our landing camera on, because, you know, you never know. And then from here, if we find Giants Deep, which shouldn't be that hard, being a massive planet. There it is! And then if we back out of Giants Deep a little bit, we are looking for... So that's the bit we were just on. That's the orbital cannon. So it should be... Is that it there? Is that something? What's this? Yes. No, those are the cannon parts. I saw a different bit, didn't I? I'm sure I did. There's the orbital cannon. Or did I just see dark bramble from a distance? I wanted to just zoom into that. Why are you being so awkward? No, there's definitely something else. Look, it's just going around there, look. We almost hit by the cannon. What is that? Oh, that's the interloper. I won't. I was tempted to, but I won't. We will try and focus on Giant's Deep. That is our plan for today. Let's try and stick to a plan. So those are the parts of the cannon again. Let's just try, that's the orbital cannon. Those are the cannon parts. I am so confused. Am I just seeing that? That's just dark bramble, right? Yeah, I think I'm just seeing dark bramble. What is that? Hold up. I can't target it quite yet. Why can't I target you? What are you? No, not Giant's Deep. What is that? No, not the sun. Bugger the sun. No, stop it. Long press to abort. Can I? I can't even see a way of targeting it from there. What are you? How do we land on you if we can't even target you? It's got to be one of the trickier landings that exist in the game, right? I am firing to try and catch up with it. It's very hard to know if it's working or not. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's working. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. I can't. I don't know how to roll. I don't have to do anything at the moment. But that is what I'm after. Oh, I don't know how to roll. Right, we've matched velocity with it. Oh dear. I think it might be too late. Just watch it come in silence. Oh, hello. Well, it's the first time we've actually really seen it coming, isn't it? So that's something. I guess that's an improvement. Interesting, though. So that's something which is barely even targetable. And there is something there for us to look at. Really interesting. So on Giant's Deep, all we've got left is that ghost matter cave. I think we've explored pretty much everything else now. We need to find the probe tracking module, which may be that thing we were just looking at. It looked very brambly, didn't it? We know that it seems like it's in the middle of a bramble thing of some form. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that there then. I think it's a little short for a video. I think that kind of works, having that full cycle working like that. And there's Giant's Deep right now, and the orbital probe cannon. That is so cool. And there's the interloper. Ah, I love it. And I don't know what that is. I can't go to the map in this. I was trying to see the solar map. Anyway, going to leave that there. And what we're going to do next time, maybe we'll try to go on the interloper. Maybe we'll try and find that weird brambly thing again. There are plenty of other things we need to start examining. We need to go back to the planet where they actually built the thing, the seeker, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was, what they even called the observatory. That's it. That planet where they built the observatory in the South Pole, but you need to get into it from the equator. I remember that part. So I think maybe we'll go there then and try and tie all of this together. So it seems like the Nomai fired a probe, found the Eye of the Universe, and the Eye of the Universe responded by making everything only last 20 minutes. But that must be a very recent thing though, mustn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But it's really intriguing and interesting. I've almost mixed those two hours together. Yeah, awesome. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do hit that like button. That is always appreciated. Leave a comment, subscribe, all those good things. Don't forget I stream every Wednesday at 7 PM UK time, and it would just be wonderful to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you next time in the Outer Wilds. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.